It's a cold and snowy morning here in Colorado, so breakfast lovers, we are making waffles, and we're not just making any waffles. We are making chili cheese waffles. Thank you, Heather. Our daughter in Texas really likes these, and she said, "Mom, why don't you put the chili cheese recipe on the site?" So here we go. Now we are starting with 2 beautiful farm fresher eggs like we like, and you want to whip those up. Whip them up real quick.
Whip it good.
Whip it good. All right.
Now, tell me a little bit about this flour you got here.
Oh, good question, Fred. That's why you're always in the background asking the good questions. This is organic flour. This is organic whole wheat flour, and this is organic whole wheat pastry flour. Pastry flour is a little bit lighter.
Right.
So what I've done is I've used 1 cup of each to give it a nice blend. But since we're almost healthy, we use the whole wheat flour.
Yeah, and then almost part the pastry, because pastry's ground pretty fine. What do we got here? Oh, we got just old school baking powder.
Good old baking powder, salt.
And what kind of salt?
Sea salt.
Just regular sea salt.
Good old sea salt. Sugar. This is organic sugar.
Organic, just regular brown sugar. It's not
canola
white.
oil and milk.
Canola oil and milk, and she does a special. You use just powdered milk for this, right?
I use powdered milk because it keeps the cost down. If you use powdered milk, you save your fresh milk for drinking, and nobody knows. Nobody's the wiser.
Now we could use good organic milk too, right?
This is true. Okay. Now we're supposed to add the rest of the ingredients and mix them until smooth. So there's my 2 cups of flour. We need 1 tablespoon of sugar. And this is my awesome Pampered Chef measuring spoon. Thank you, Leanne, my favorite Pampered Chef lady. And 4 teaspoons baking powder. And it needs a lot because we want them to be fluffy. That's what the baking powder does. That's what gives it your fluff. 2.
Not
3.
soda, baking powder.
Exactly. And it's very important that your baking powder is fresh. If you have expired powder in your cupboards, get rid of it and get new, because it doesn't work.
So you're wasting your time using old powder from 1960. Some of us have relatives that keep stuff forever.
We won't go there today.
You can keep the can though. Some of them sell on eBay for like $5-10 for people that want an old school looking kitchen. And the kind of cheese we used. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, never butt in on the chef.
Yep.
Rule number 1.
Now, I'm going to add your milk a little bit at a time. We're going to add the oil last because my measuring cup is being used for the milk, and I need a 1/2 cup of oil. You don't want to overmix waffles. If you do, they tend to be dry. So just mix until, as much as you have to, till everything's blended.
Wow.
And then you need a 1/2 cup of oil. And this is canola oil. If you use olive oil, you might get the olive oil kind of taste, which, you know, in waffles is maybe not something you really want.
Not you want Italian waffles and you put some wine on them instead of syrup. Is that what you do?
I don't know.
No.
I've never had waffles in Italy, Fred, so I can't answer that. But it sounds exciting.
A little espresso, some liqueur in it. Now over here, one of the main stars of the show is the cheese.
Yeah, there you go. Tell them about the cheese.
Angie's a quesoholic.
I am.
In Mexican, that's cheeseaholic. So we find that if you use straight up Monterey, it's a little too gooey. So what we use is Colby Jack cheese. It's a nice blend of Monterey and just mild cheddar or Colby cheese, and it doesn't goo up your waffle iron.
That's right. Right. Speaking of waffle irons, and there's our batter. without the cheese and chili yet. Speaking of waffle irons, there's all sorts out there.
I'm having light issues and I don't want to turn on that fluorescent. We got the Betty Crocker. Can anybody see that? I don't know. You'll have to figure it out. Belgian waffle baker. This was a Christmas present. Oh my goodness, we lived in Pioneer.
Yeah, it's pretty old, but it's been very handy and trustworthy.
And well cared for.
It gives you 2 waffles at a time, and this one's really cool because it has the power on light, and then it has the green ready light. When that ready light is on, you're ready to pull your waffles up. So you open it up, you pour your batter in, then you close it, it resets it, and you wait until your green light comes on, and then you're ready to go.
Alright, I see that it's... Alright, well it's ready now. What do you do to prepare the iron itself? It's Teflon. You don't do anything, huh?
When you first get it, you want to, of course, kind of
follow the instructions.
But most of them will suggest that you just prime it with oil to kind of give it a coating. And then what I do is I put a paper towel or some coffee filters in between it when I store it to keep it fresh so it doesn't get scratched and things. So we have a cup of cheese that Fred told you all about, and a can of Hatch's diced green chili.
Now, how many ounces is that in case you got to get a different... It's 4 ounces.
4 ounces.
Cool.
And you can use hotter ones. We use the mild ones.
Oh, yeah. You use mediums or hot. Yeah. It's gonna
and, of course, we serve this with sausage and eggs. See, now we got a nice batter. We haven't overmixed it too much.
No.
Use a 1/4 cup.
Now, I got to stop you here.
Okay.
Very important. Do not overfill the waffle iron.
Absolutely excellent point.
That is going to be a lesson learned the hard way when you got to pick all that excess waffle that bubbled over out of your waffle iron.
Yep.
Keep it within range and you'll be very happy with it.
So a 1/4 cup for this particular waffle iron is perfect. Whatever waffle iron you get, I'm sure the instructions will give you its suggestion. So you just pour your batter right in the middle there.
There we go.
This takes about 3 minutes for your waffles to be beautiful.
Don't get distracted, because once you smell them burning, it's probably too late.
See, now the ready light went off because the lid had been up. When that light comes on, I always give it maybe just another 30 seconds because we like them a little crispier, and then I pull them.
Okay.
Our oven's already being warm, so we can keep them warm while we make the whole batch because these freeze really, really well. And we'll show you how to do that later.
Yeah. So we're good, right?
I think we're good for now. We'll see you in about 4 minutes.
Okay, it's waffle on.